Hello civil engineers, welcome back to our channel Civil Engineer APH. So our today's topic is most economical triangular section. We have discussed about most economical rectangular section, most economical trapezoidal section in our earlier videos. The link for those videos will be in the description of this video. So you can go and check out these videos. So our today's topic is about most economical triangular section. So here I have shown you this is the triangular section and we have given the side slope of 1 by z. So side slope is 1 by z and this is the triangular section and depth of flow from this point is y. Depth of flow is y. So what we have to do is we have to first find out this dimension and this dimension. We have to find out these dimensions and we have to find out this. We have to find out this dimension. So for that we will do the mathematics here. So I have taken up this triangular section. This is the triangular section and this is the depth of flow and slope is 1 upon z. So you have to always remember whenever slope is 1 upon z and if depth is y, so this slope means if we have to go 1 in vertical direction and z in horizontal direction. So what we have to do is we have to go, if we are going 1 in vertical direction, 1 meter in vertical direction, we have to go z meters in horizontal direction. That is the meaning of this slope. So if we go, if the slope is the same 2 by z and we go 2 meters in vertical direction, if we go 2 meters in, slope is the same and we go 2 meters in vertical direction, so what are the meters that we have to go in horizontal direction? We have to go in horizontal direction 2 into 5, that is 10 meters. We have to go 10 meters in horizontal direction. So that is 2 into 5. So here you can see if we are going y meters in vertical direction, then we have to go yz meters in horizontal direction. This is the basic concept. If we are going y meters in vertical direction and our ratio is 1 by z, then we have to go yz meters in horizontal direction. Here I have shown you the example of this, how this yz comes out. Now our next is we have to find out this hypotenuse. We have to find out this dimension from here to here. So this dimension can be found out by using Pythagoras theorem on this triangle. If we take ABC as a triangle, so here you can see it is right angled at C. So we have by Pythagoras theorem hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So yz is base and perpendicular is y. So yz square plus perpendicular is y square is equal to hypotenuse square. So hypotenuse will come out to be y square z square plus y square under root. So square will give under root on this side. So hypotenuse will come out as y will come out of this. So y under root of 1 plus z square will be the hypotenuse. From this equation we can derive y under root of 1 plus z square. So here you can see this dimension will be y under root of 1 plus z square. Also this dimension will be similarly equal to y under root of 1 plus z square. Now what we have to do is we have to find out the area of this triangular section and wetted perimeter. So for area, this triangular section, so area of triangle, you know, area of triangle is 1 by 2 base into altitude. So 1 by 2 into base. Here you can see we have taken this as yz. So this will be yz and this will be yz. Yz plus yz will be twice yz. So this dimension will be twice yz. So if we take this as base and this as altitude, this y as altitude and yz as base, so our base is twice yz into perpendicular is y. So this 2 and 2 gets cancelled out. So y square z will come out as area. Y square z will be the area. So area is equal to y square z. Now what we have to do is we have to find out the wetted perimeter. So here is the water level. Wetted perimeter from will be here to here, from here to here. So wetted perimeter will be twice this. Wetted perimeter will be 2 times y under root of 1 plus z square. So wetted perimeter P will be equal to this, and area A will be equal to y square z. So we have find out the area and the wetted perimeter. Now what we have to do is we have to find out y from here. So from here we can determine y square is equal to a upon z. This z will be on divided a upon z, and y will be equal to, which implies y will be equal to a by z raised to power 1 by 2. Square will be on this side raised to power 1 by 2. So what we have to do, we have to put this value of a by z in here. So perimeter will be equal to twice value of y will be a upon z raised to power 1 by 2 under root of 1 plus z square. Now what we have to do is we can make this 2 as 4 raised to power 1 by 2. 4 raised to power 1 by 2. This 2 can be written as 4 raised to power 1 by 2, because 4 is the square root of 2. A by z raised to power 1 by 2 and 1 plus z square raised to power 1 by 2. So P will be equal to 4a by z into 1 plus z square raised to power 1 by 2. So this 1 by 2 can be taken on this side. Under root of 1 by 2 will be on this side. P square will be equal to 4a by z into 1 plus z square. Now P square will be equal to 4 into, we'll multiply this a by z on these two terms. This will be a by z into z square. So this z will cancel out each other. Now here we can take a common from this 4a. This is 1 by z plus here z. So this will be P square. P square will be equal to this. Now what we have to do is next is we have to take derivative of P with respect to z and put that equal to 0. Next step is we have to take dP by dz equal to 0. Now what we have to do is we have to derive this. Derivative of P square will be 2P dP by dz is equal to 4a. Derivative of 1 by z will be minus 1 by z square, and derivative of z will be 1. So what we have to do is we have to put this equal to 0. So 4a into minus 1 by z square plus 1 will be equal to 0. So minus 1 by z square, this will go on this side. 0 upon 4 by a will be equal to 0, plus 1 will be equal to 0. So minus 1 by z square will be equal to minus 1. Minus cancels. So 1 will be equal to z square, 1 is z square. So z will be equal to 1. Here. So this is the first condition for a triangular section to be to be most economical. This means that ratio of side slope must be equal to 1:1. That is, if we are going 1 meter in vertical direction, we have to go 1 meter in horizontal direction. Here you can predict the one more thing. If you will see this triangle is a right angle triangle here. So if perpendicular and base of the right angle triangle is equal, then this angle must be 45 degree, and here you can see this angle will also be 45 degree. So what we have to do is, in this z is equal to 1 predicts that this total angle, vertex angle, must be 90 degree. The vertex angle of a triangular section must be 90 degree for triangular section to be most economic. So first condition is z must be equal to 1 for a triangular section to be most economical. Now next condition we have to find out by taking the hydraulic mean depth. R is equal to hydraulic mean depth R is equal to area upon wetted perimeter. So area is given here y square z, and wetted perimeter is twice y under root of 1 plus z square. So y and y gets cancelled out. So this will be equal to y z divided by twice under root of 1 plus z square. Here we can put this value of z is equal to 1. So this comes out to be y into 1 divided by twice under root of 1 plus 1 square. So this comes out to be y under root of 2 under root 2. Y divided by 2 under root 2. So hydraulic mean depth must be equal to y divided by twice under root 2 for a triangular section to be most economical. So this is the second condition for a triangular section to be most economical. So this is the end of today's video. If you have not watched earlier videos, you can go and check out. The link will be in the description of this video. You can go and check out these videos also. Thank you for watching the video.